Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I would like to share my story with you, how I started my business at 22 as a non-native English speaker, working exclusively in English. I think I have intrigued you enough because first of all, I am 22 and second of all, I am a non-native English speaker. So let's begin with the story and start from the very beginning. So the first thing I wanted to share with you guys is my background, because I think it's important to understand where I'm coming from and how I grew up. So I was born in a small Russian town called Lipetsk, and then my parents and I moved to an even smaller town called Monchegorsk. When I went to college, I honestly didn't know what I wanted to do because I was only 17 years old, and at 17, it's very hard to make a career choice. And my parents, fortunately, they reminded me of that, every single month. They were like, Veronika, it's okay, if you decide one day that it's not for you, you can always change something. Just don't continue doing a job you don't love. So what happened is basically I decided to study Chinese in college to become a Chinese translator or a Chinese interpreter. I wanted to translate from Chinese into Russian, which is my native language. But then I just realized that it wasn't for me. And how I realized that? By trial and error. I took some translation jobs and I just realized that it wasn't for me. Like, it was fun, I loved Chinese, but something was lacking. And this something for me was interacting with other people. Even though right now with my current job, I'm always by myself in my apartment filming where there are no other people but me, it's still different because I know you guys are going to watch this video and appreciate it a lot. So we're gonna have some kind of interaction this way. I decided to transition to YouTube when it was my second year in college because, it was the time when I was just like, yeah, I don't like my college, I don't like my major, and yeah, that's the only thing I want to do. I want to do YouTube because I had been in love with YouTube at that point for like 4 years. And my love for YouTube continues to grow nowadays. So yeah guys, I think that's it for my short story. And now let's move on to talking about how I actually started my YouTube channel and how that helped me start my own business. Become no action and no talk. This is the first thing I did, and guys, believe me, it was very hard for me to actually do it because for the longest time, I was just telling everyone, oh, I want to start a YouTube channel. Oh, I want to become a YouTuber, but I wouldn't do anything about it. I would just complain and complain and complain. I would be in this victim mentality. I would say, oh, I'm a non-native English speaker. I can't make videos in English. Oh, I don't have a camera. Oh, I don't know how to film. But in reality, if you really want to start a YouTube channel or any other kind of business, for example, when I started my English courses, my speaking club and my book club that are now all run under the brand of Speakful, I was also afraid because it was like, oh, I don't know anything about how to create a website. Oh, I don't know anything about marketing, clients, revenue, things like that. So in those moments, I just usually tell people, start. If you want to change something, you have to start doing it yourself. It's like there's a very nice quote, be the change you want to see in the world. I wanted people to become more compassionate, to treat animals with respect. And that's why I became vegan. The same thing applies to your business. If you want other people around you to be more motivated, to be willing to change their lives and risk and get rewarded, do it yourself and don't shy away from opportunities. And here I would also like to add that at the beginning, I watched a lot of Catherine Manning's videos and also Ali Abdal's videos because they have a lot of videos on their channels all about how to start your YouTube channel in 2022, 2023. And yeah guys, it's almost Christmas time. I hope you really appreciate how beautiful my Christmas tree is. But actually, to be completely honest, this is something that I haven't shared with anyone. My first ever video on YouTube that was never published but is still on YouTube, is just unlisted so only I can see it, is in Russian. And it was filmed way before I officially started my YouTube channel. So I started my YouTube channel in 2022, and I think that video was filmed in 2018 or 2019. It was in Russian. And guys, if you subscribe to my channel and like this video, maybe one day I'll show you my actual first video on YouTube, not the one you see right now, because I don't know, it's very, scary for me and also very exciting, because I want you guys to see how much I have grown, and I want you guys to know that you will grow. Just start. Don't have this mentality of, oh, I want my videos to be perfect. They will never be perfect. You will always be growing. So start right now. And talking about all action, no talk in language learning, I would like to tell you guys about Lingoda, which is an amazing online language school where you can study English, business English, Spanish, French, and German. As you guys know, right now I live in Mexico City, so I study Spanish on Lingoda every single week. Lingoda offers online classes 24/7, led by professional native-speaking teachers, so you can study anytime, anywhere. Right now, they're inviting you guys to participate in their language sprint, which is an intensive challenge that requires students to take either 15 or 30 lessons per month. If you attend every lesson, you can receive 50% or 100% cashback. Thousands of students have already participated in the challenge and loved it because it made them more consistent, and also it increased their speaking skills and confidence. So if you want to participate in the sprint as well, make sure to use my discount code and click the link below and check out Lingoda for yourself. And now let's go back to the video and think about why I thought I was not worthy of success. I'm not worthy of success because I'm a non-native English speaker. This is something that I had to struggle with for a very long time. And this is something that a lot of people would call an imposter syndrome. I would be lying to you guys if I told you that I never suffer from this syndrome right now. Sometimes it does happen to me. Sometimes I ask myself, Veronika, what are you doing? You're not a native English speaker. People are not gonna watch your videos, which is so untrue. Also, at the very beginning, when I first started my YouTube channel, I was afraid because I was new on YouTube and there are so many amazing creators on YouTube already. So I was afraid that no one would like me, that no one would watch my videos because there were already so many videos on YouTube. I was also afraid that I sucked at filming and editing because I didn't know anything about it. But even though I was afraid and I had this fear, and I still do have a part of this fear, I still do something. As I just told you guys, I became all action, no talk. And now seeing that my YouTube channel has over 15 million views, that just blows my mind. And it shows that my efforts paid off. And it motivates me to continue to produce amazing content for you guys. But let's go back to the imposter syndrome real quick. And I want to go into detail about what I did to cope with it. I found this really interesting article online with a lot of different tips, a lot of different things you can implement if you're also suffering with imposter syndrome. But here's guys what I did based on this article, some of the things that I did and that I think has helped me to get where I am at right now. So the first thing that helped me a lot was focusing on facts. People watch my videos. They like my videos. They leave positive comment. There is engagement. People participate in my courses, my speaking club and my book club, and a lot of other things I provide. I think writing all of those things down and actually looking at the facts, looking at the numbers, made me more appreciative of what I have and more grateful for sure. And this has helped me to cope with imposter syndrome at least a little bit. The second thing I did that I actually implemented recently was finding a mentor. mentor. For me, it was a business coach. I found a business coach and I have booked a couple of sessions with him. And guys, this is like the best money I have spent on myself. I can already see that these sessions provide so much value for me, and I really want to continue discussing more things with my coach. But if for you, coaching is not an option, what you can do and what I did in the past was watching a lot of motivational YouTube videos, because there's so many amazing videos where people talk about motivation, about changing your career path, about whatever you want really. And the second thing you can do is also read books. One day my coach recommended this book to me, The Gap and the Gain. And guys, I really recommend it to everyone who is not happy with their current situation, who wants to change something, who's always running on this hedonic treadmill of achieving more and more things. Just, get this book, take a look, read it, and I'm sure it will help you a lot. So what do we have now? I'm 22, I was born in Russia, I'm a non-native English speaker, and I have a YouTube channel where I speak English, where I make videos only in English, where I motivate people to become the best versions of themselves. I have a company called Speakful, where I provide different educational courses, like my speaking club or my book club. So I really hope you guys, my story shows you that where others would see obstacles, I saw opportunities. And this is exactly why and how I decided to start my YouTube channel, Speakful, and all the other things I do. Where other people would say, no, Veronika, it's probably not gonna happen to you because you're a non-native English speaker, because you live in a small town in Russia, because you're Russian, I would say, well, guys, look at me. I'm still doing it. I'm still doing what I love, and I want to continue doing what I love, and I want to do whatever it takes to continue making those videos for you guys, because this is something that makes me excited. This is something that brings me joy, connecting with you guys and motivating you to do something about your life, to change it for the better. On this note, I would like to finish this video. Don't forget to give Lingoda a try and participate in their language sprint. As you guys remember, I take Spanish classes on Lingoda, so there's a high chance that we will see each other in class on their platform. Also, make sure to check out this video about how I went on 22 dates in 2020, and about how a guy, one of the guys I went on a date with, called me baby on our first date. Yep, that happened too. Make sure to click here and watch this video. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!